Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. This is Connie. I'm going to be sharing with you a single 8.5 by 11 scrapbook layout today that I'm working on. And I apologize, I do have the windows open because it's getting a little bit warm in here, believe it or not. And so you might hear some background noise, but I'm going to go ahead and get started. The title, and so this is from Treasure Box Designs. These two little pieces are from Treasure Box Designs. This piece was cut, I'll give you approximate, at about 5 inches in height, and whatever Design Space did it from there. The offset comes with it in the back, that shadow. This is about 1.25 tall. I created the offset and this and then the little bone are from a button box from Treasure Box Designs. The bone is about, we'll say roughly 2.25 inches long with the offset, because I created the offset on both of these. And then the frame for my picture is from Cricut Design Space, but I don't know which file. I'm pretty sure it's from Design Space. And my sister had taken her, sorry for the glare here, her dog and her granddaughter out to her other grandchildren's little acreage, and this is her dog meeting a baby chick. And I don't have a lot of pictures of Ruby, so I thought that was fun, and I love that little chick. I was lucky enough to be on or go out and visit friends quite often, and they had little acreage and they had a lot of baby chicks, and they're just a lot of fun. You have to love animals, I guess. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The other thing I did create, I just took a zigzag border, cut it in half, created this, and wasn't thinking I could have just added it together, but I do want a little bit more dimension, so that's okay. And I'll give you dimensions here as I go. The other thing I did was the lettering. So I just put Ruby is what it'll spell. I'm not going to change it, but yeah, I'm really just going through scrapbook photos that I have for me, trying to get some of my scrapbooking done. I'm, like I said, going to be doing a lot more of 8.5 by 11 pages, just because that's what's working for me. So this initial page, I've got my white sheet, and then I have this at 10.25 by 6.75. Get my letters out of the way, and I think what I'm going to do is put my layers on first. So this next sheet's going to be just about 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way around, and I'm trying a new camera setup, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. And I have the shakes, so it's going to be an interesting layout here. I don't know if I mentioned previously I had been, okay, where did I put the glue? Right, I had to move lights around for one thing, and everything is just all messed up. I had been having some problems with my ATG gun. It came out okay, but it wouldn't roll up on the right side. Well, I finally figured out it was the operator, and I just had too much lead tape when I changed rolls. So all is good, and it is working. I have not had a problem since. Okay, again, you might not see it, but I am shaking like a leaf inside and struggling to get this straight. And I have quite thin paper because I printed on making sure my camera keeps going today. I printed on presentation paper, and I didn't use the heavyweight. I needed some length, so I printed my lighter weight. I'm going to see what, I really don't think I'm going to get this cut off apparently I don't know how to cut straight. I'll tell you that. I know I don't. Let's see once. Probably too much, but I'm going to let it go. To me, it's much better than what it was. Okay, I need one more thing. Okay, I was wanting to get my T-ruler out here, and I'm, like I said, working in usually tight quarters, so this actually, we want some room over here, right? So under is a little bit crooked. It wasn't quite. I might have to readjust the white paper again, but that's fine. This design, the scrapbook sketch, I don't know if you know, is from Little Scraps of Heaven Designs. If you go to Pinterest and follow Trisha on Pinterest, she's got quite a few scrapbook layouts there. They're designed, she's got cards, I think, on their sketches too, I'm pretty sure. The scrapbook layouts are geared for 12 by 12 pages, which I am perfectly fine with. I just, in this case, changed it down to 8.5 by 11, and it worked. This paper doesn't really have an up and a down, but I just I wanted it, I don't know, I had to have it a certain way for some reason, so I originally started with black paper in the background. I'll tell you what, it didn't work. Yeah, that's kind of not real straight, but it's mine. I go with it. Like I said, lately I've been having a struggle with things. I want to get things done while I still feel like it. I'll just put it that way. I really hope this camera setup works now, because it works unfortunately better for me. I hope so. That's why I say I hope it works. I hope you will join me on the, whoops, there. I had it laying straight, it didn't work right. I hope you'll join me Wednesday, May 9th on Marjorie Ann Designs Facebook page. I have a very fun, I'm just doing paper pieces. It's I want to say, Pretty Princess design. And if you have, I'll get to measurements in a minute. If you have a little girl in your life and need to scrapbook for her, oh my gosh, that set is precious. It just, I can't tell you enough. I had such a good time. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have some pretty good ideas, but I just thought it was a really, really cute set. So, and like I said, I am going to still be trying to do my giveaways. I just, right now, sorry, I've been under the weather, so it's had to be put on the back burner for a bit. Oh, gotta get my shakes under control, so sorry. Okay, again, I don't know, I think I need a new paper trimmer, but in addition to, no, many other things, but that was me. I just didn't have it straight. I printed something last night in black on this presentation paper. It may not look it here, but when you look at it in real life, it looks like velvet. I'm just amazed because I don't have an expensive printer, and so it's just, wow. So in the design, she's got it more to the right side, and I think I'm going to center it. Wasn't going to, but I think I'm going to change my mind. One more thing to change my mind, right? Okay, 5.5 wide, 7 3/4 long. And then she also had the zigzag border at the top of this, and I didn't do that. I've got enough going on with pretty busy, pattern paper. And she also did a little bit of difference, with the coloring and different stuff. So, which it's just a sketch. It gives you somewhere to start, right? Which is wonderful. Okay. I think we'll do it from the bottom so I can see what I'm doing. Whoops. My ruler, my T ruler, is from Close to My Heart. I love this thing. It's a bit to get used to for me, like everything, but I'm good with it. And I'm lining it up between the two borders. There's what I'm doing. And I don't want it, let's see. I don't want it down at the bottom, so I'm going to just hold it up a little bit. I should have put the other piece on first, but that's how it goes. I hope this gives you guys some inspiration. I had some requests to do some 8.5 by 11 pages, and I'm also finding, for ease of being able to manage the binders, because I pretty much use 3-ring binders for my scrapbooks. I don't very often use the post-bound, but it's just easier, just smaller size for me to manage, to lift and to hold on to. Let's see. This is way crooked. This is one of the reasons I like liquid, and I think my pages, this piece does not look straight, or is it this one? Something is wrong. Part of it is there's just hardly any black border, for one thing. Again, it's the operator. But anyway, it's just so much easier for me to manage scrapbook layouts that are scrapbooks that are smaller. So this is about 1 3/8 wide, or tall, and I think it was 8 3/8 inch long. And then this is only about, 1/2 inch. And I don't know who to credit in Design Space because this was in, sorry, I'm going to move this. It was in Design Space, but I think it was in Access. I'm not positive, so what I'm doing here is lining the bottom of my black strip right at the top of the, like at the bottom of the V, top of the mountain, however you want to do it. Now this is just going to go, nope, this one does go over. I couldn't remember. So this one I don't have going all the way to the edges. That's just what I chose. I didn't want it going all the way. And I did some journaling this time. I don't usually do journaling, and well, I intended to have the Cricut write it instead of do print and cut, and I don't know what I was dreaming about. Sometimes I think I'm paying attention and I'm not, and I did some print and cut, and I did some that I had to have the Cricut write. All the same font. I managed to do that right. I was trying to center this, but it's all good. Come back and glue this corner a bit. Now, even though there's pink in here, I'm good with the red. I wanted to bring out the red from the background, so that's why that's there. Now, I could have put a craft colored zigzag border behind this, but I want to leave it plain. So this is, I had a different idea in mind when I was initially creating this. I didn't like it, and I went and found, like I said, the layout that I wanted to use, the sketch. So I had to cut my print or my photo down. My photo, I'm rather impressed. It was printed on the on a Canon selfie printer, and I rather like it. I printed out some little journal strips that I wanted to put on here, and I've got to see if they fit, because if not, I need to leave this open and put a tag in there. So let me take a look. They might work. I'm just not sure. Let's see. Oh, again, I'm right. Might work better down here. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. Put this up just a bit. Just still want to be able to see some of that paper. And put that here in the corner. Sorry, I don't want to mess with it much. I just did. Sorry about that. Yeah, it should come back in here. I didn't realize my camera's sitting crooked. I had a terrible time getting things set up today. I had this going like this, and I'll just kind of, I didn't hide the button spots either. Let's see. This is going to work perfectly fine to put it down here. Awesome. Okay, so let's finish this up. Everything gets changed around. It's no big deal. Okay, what in the world? I remembered I had this paper, but I was going to go with a farm theme at first and I decided, it's really not about the farm, it's more about Ruby. And so I changed my thoughts on that and went with the dog theme after all. So this whole layout, I'm surprised it's going to actually get done because, you know, sometimes. Okay. And again, I know the camera's crooked and I'm very sorry. I know if I move it, I'm going to lose everything. So she's actually a miniature dachshund, believe it or not. I don't know how you would consider her miniature, but she's a bit overgrown. I know that's not nice to say, but she's nothing miniature about her, other than the length of her body is miniature size. She's a good little shit, though. Okay. Yeah, this is coming together very nicely. This a dog's life. I don't know. Well, because of the letters and everything, it had a lot of different colors for one little piece. I was just amazed. And the reason I did yellow for the word dogs is to bring out some of the yellow in the chick. And my sister likes yellow, so I'm keeping things fairly straight. I've got this popped up, but okay, now I should have kept these so I knew what order to put them in. I'm just gonna eyeball these. I wish she would have had a picture of my great niece meeting the cows, because neither the dog or my great niece have ever been to a farm, so kind of crazy to me. I mean, because we live in a farming community, but okay, if anyone has any suggestions of what you think I could add, subtract, let me know. I could have made this a little smaller, but because of the lettering on here, I have to be careful because I'm just putting glue in here. I could have a mess. So okay, again, I'm sorry the camera's crooked. What can I say? It's I'm lucky that I got this far and got it done. So anyway, thanks for joining me. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing. Have an awesome day, everybody. Take care.